Hey, it's Mark again from Fret Sage. Today we're going to continue our study of the A minor pentatonic. We're going to today learn about how to change through the different scales or pentatonic scales based on what chord is being played. So like we got the three, you'll often hear about the three chords that go with a song that are often a song is built on. And we'll consider those three chords and try to see patterns on how and make connections so you can easily switch between those scale patterns based on what chord you're playing. Okay, so let's check that out now. Alright, let's get started here. Today we're going to be, as usual, looking at the A and using the pentatonic, minor pentatonic scale. But we're going to kind of look at how it goes with the chords. Like you often hear there's, in rock and stuff like that, there's basically three chords. And it's not all there is, but a bass, or a lot of times, is based around three chords. And that's basically, we won't go into it here now, but there's like the circle of fifths and stuff. But basically, if you just go five notes back on here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those would be your two other chords if they were made chords in the key of A. Those would be the three chords. When they're saying it's usually three chords, when they're talking about the three chords, these would be in the key of A. These would be those three chords. Now you can see all the different connections here, but it's not really clear at this point how they connect. So we're just gonna put this in single note for now. Keep these three right here. Clear everything else. Okay, now if you notice from the other times, if we still in single note, if we put the pattern that we know, the 2 notes on a string and the 3 notes on a string, there's your A, basically the notes of the A pentatonic scale, the 5 notes. And you'll notice that those two are conveniently right there together. So it even gets even better by if you say, okay, this pattern would be for A, the exact same pattern now we're going to do for D. So see, here's the A and the G, the C and the D is already there. It would just go up and get your 3 notes just like always. See, directly above. And we're directly above your 2 notes is your 3 notes. See? So now we have this shape, and we see the only note in in D that isn't in the A 5 notes is an F. Just one note of the 5. Now we'll do the same for the E. So basically we just add one note because we already got every other note. This would be the 2 and then 3 above. So now B is the only note in the E minor pentatonic that isn't in the A. So really you got this note and this note are the only notes between the whole 3 combined pentatonic scales that are different. That's why this will pretty much be playing. If you play just the A and those other chords, it's fine because it's got all their notes, it's got their roots, it's just missing one note. So that's why A will, you know why they say you can play A across the whole progression of the 3, because it's mostly got all the notes. And now the idea of this is you got the notes and stuff, and it's only the F and the B, but you don't necessarily have to pay attention to that, at least the way it works in my head. And I'll show a little pattern here. I'm basically just gonna play these all the notes in this this shape, or whatever you want to say, and then I'm gonna switch to D and play the shape. Then I'll switch back to A, and then I'll go to the E, and probably to the D, and then back to the A. And it's just like if it was a chord progression. So we'll start with the A. See, so I'm basically doing starting at the G, going to the A, then the C, then the D, then the E, back to the D, C, D, and then starting over. Now, if that was the C progression, now you drop down to the D progression of the chord of the progression. Do the exact same pattern. And then back to starting with the A's pattern again. Sloppy, but it's there. Now we just go down here to the E and do the same pattern. To the D. And then back to the A. And you can just practice that. And do different, but anyway, you get the idea. You can do that over and over, and the nice thing about that is, as you're doing that, you can realize you're in the A at that point in time, and then you can just switch around when it's chord changes. Once you get used to just moving to those places, anytime you're like, say you're in the D, then you can use the whole way that we learned how to do the scale, and you can move all around the neck just while you're in D playing in that, and you just do the same patterns as always. But then you just remember when you come back, and then your next thing you know, you're starting at the A again, and then you just boom boom boom, you'll just be able to move, because it puts you in those three, the whole notes, the 2-note line and the 3-note part of the string. And then we remember from the other lessons I did how to move around from those points. So as soon as you put, here I'm in fucking, I gotta watch my tongue, but here I'm in the A, and I can just boop 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 move all around and easily just say, well, now I'm in the D, and I can follow those same rules or patterns and move around in the D for a while, and then switch back to the, just start easy though. Just stay in maybe in these 3 notes, and maybe jump around a little, but then just come back and you'll soon real fast see how they connect. And you can look further down the patterns, how, like, you even see when you're in the E pattern, you can easily, they're connected, so you can slide right from E, and you'll see this as you go. You're in E, you can almost picture the D pattern too. If you're here, then you can easily just slide right there and then be right back into the D pattern instead of the C. And same with the G or E or however. When you see how this all connects, and then you'll be able to move through them. I don't know how much more I can really go on that. It'd just be a matter of playing around with it. and just playing that one, even that one thing over and over, and then start thinking about just every once in a while when you get to, like say I'm here in the E, I mean the A, well, both the E and the A, but if I'm in the A pattern or thinking I'm in the E pattern, then I can just pick up from there and just start playing the scale all different ways, not just that pattern, you know. And then every once in a while just go back to this again. If that makes any sense. Well, thanks for listening.